Hi, this is Sonali from Studio S. We will begin our first tutorial for Studio Sparks on gel printing or monoprinting. For this, we need some gel plates, a braille or two, some paper, maybe for a card, or some print paper. We also would need some stencils and some stuff for textures. And if you have an egg carton lying around, that would make an amazing imprint. And of course, some botanicals. So come join me, and I hope you enjoy this new tutorial from Studio Spark.
I'll show you 4 different gel printing methods. I've sped up the footage to keep it fun to watch, but I'll walk you through each step so you can try them out yourself. We'll begin with stencils, move into basic imprints and textures, explore botanicals and details, and finish with image transfers. Let's get started. The first method is using stencils. I roll a thin, even layer of paint into the gel plate and then place a stencil directly on top of it. From here, there are 2 different options. Print with the stencil in place for sharp edges and bold shapes, or remove the stencil before pulling, which gives it a reverse effect. Layering stencils with different colors adds depth and make your prints look far more complicated than they really are. The second method is all about imprints and textures. This is the foundation of gel printing because it shows you how versatile a simple pull can be. I start by rolling out a thin layer of paint across the plate with my brayer. Then I press a sheet of paper directly to the surface, rub gently, and peel back to reveal a clean imprint. Even this basic step can give you beautiful results. But when the prints come really alive is when you are adding texture. You can press almost anything into wet paint before pulling out your print. Here I'm trying an egg carton, something simple from around the house. When pressed into the plate, it leaves a honeycomb effect which looks completely different from the natural textures. Everyday objects can become tools in making art. The key is to experiment, press the object in, lift it back out, and pull out your print. You can see negative space where the paint was lifted and positive spaces where it remained. You can layer these prints one on top of the other, making textures have even more depth. So imprints are just a beginner's guide. There's a playground for textures, layering, discovering. Once you get started pressing different objects into your gel plate, you will realize there are endless ways to make every print unique. The third method is one of my favorites, using botanicals. Leaves and natural materials create incredibly detailed prints with fine veins, edges, and textures you can't get any other way. I start with a single leaf placed directly on the painted plate. Then I pour the print. The leaf blocks some areas and allows paint through in others. This creates a negative imprint, almost like a silhouette. Next, I take the leaf off the plate. What's left behind is paint clinging to the leaf's fine details. Then I press a fresh sheet of paper into the plate. I capture some of those leftover details as a positive print. You can see the veins and textures press clearly into the paper. Sometimes I combine multiple leaves, layering them with different colors. By overlapping them, I can create a depth and even a sense of movement across the page. This red botanical print is especially fun when you mix large leaves with smaller leaves and some delicate ones. One of the best things about botanicals is it's how unpredictable they are. Each leaf has its own texture, shape, and even moisture level, so no two prints are ever exactly alike, given some sharp details while some others give soft, blurred impressions. Botanicals really invite experimentation. Try leaves from your backyard, ferns, herbs, or even flowers. Every time you pull a print that feels organic and unique. Our last method is image transfer, a favorite amongst gel printers. I spread a thin layer of paint, place a glossy magazine, image face down, and rub firmly. After peeling it back, I'm left with a ghost image on the plate. One can roll another thin layer of paint on top and press it into the plate and pull the final print. But in this tutorial, I just use one color to transfer. The transfer comes through in a soft vintage texture. No two transfers look alike, and that unpredictability makes it very exciting. So I've shown you 4 different gel printing techniques: stencils, imprints, textures, botanicals, and image transfers. I hope this tutorial inspires you to experiment and combine techniques to create your own unique prints. This tutorial is a basic gel printing tutorial. Thanks for watching Studio Sparks by Studio S. Don't forget to subscribe and follow along for more tutorials. See you next time.